This is the best place in San Diego for cherry blossoms and overall one of my favorite Japanese gardens in the USA. This garden is divided into an upper garden and a lower garden where all of the cherry blossoms are. We're gonna start this tour at the upper garden where you come in, but if all you wanna see are cherry blossoms, well, come right here. And by the way, why am I wearing watermelons instead of yellow in this video? Princess, come here. Princess, come here. It's because today we are the Watermelon Twins. Is that gonna be the name for our next channel or the next series? What do you think? No, yes. All right, you tell us. Let's go. All right, here we are at the front entrance where you can buy tickets. Adult tickets are $14, and they had a sign there that said the cherry blossoms are 95% in bloom, so just about as blooming as they get. The entrance to this garden is right by the Spreckles Organ Pavilion in San Diego's Balboa Park. This is one of the largest urban parks in the USA and really one of San Diego's top attractions. Definitely the busiest time to come here is during mid-March to mid-April when it's cherry blossom season, but this is a great place to come just to see the Japanese garden any time of year. In this little building, they've got a Japanese art exhibition. You can see some history about Balboa Park here too. You can see an overhead look about what this place garden looks like, which is a little hard to see with the glare. And this changes every few months. Getting back on the main path, you can see they've got the dripping water right here to just create that whole vibe of Japan where you hear the bloop, bloop, bloop. All right. If you are coming to San Diego and you want to avoid the crowds to see this, then weekdays are definitely going to be your least amount of people. In the morning before lunchtime is also a good time to get here. The upper garden has one kind of main path that takes you down, though you can sort of like decide to take these spur paths down this way. Today, the wisterias are nicely in bloom. The path is nicely lined by the bamboo pillars, and over there is a neat koi pond with a lot of like really big goldfish, if you know what I mean. There are plentiful restrooms in here. One set of restrooms in this building. That's the education center where they have various different programs like on meditation and art. We've got some more of those beautiful pink flowers. I did not mean to put the camera on me, but that's where I just pressed the wrong button. So we're gonna look forward again. In this little area on popular times, they have food trucks. Today they got a coffee truck and a truck that sells soft serve ice cream and jumbo Japanese hot dogs. Here are some of the things that they got upcoming in the education center. You can take some koto lessons, tea demonstrations, sound meditation, survival Japanese, everything you need to know to go to Japan. Back at the ice cream wheelers, you can see they've also got some Dole pineapple whip and the jumbo Japanese hot dog right there. Shave ice over here in the corner. Popular in Hawaii, but also popular in Japan. Before we go down the lower garden, over here, they have a bonsai tree exhibition, which is also only open when they're busy, because these trees are quite valuable, and so they do close it off sometimes, but you can check out these neat, big little trees. Little big trees, I feel like both ways. All right, so the entrance to the lower garden is over this way through the Charles Dale Memorial Gate. The mayor of San Diego in 1955 and the founder of the San Diego Yokohama Sister City program. It is wheelchair accessible to get to the bottom and stroller accessible too. You don't necessarily have to go down these stairs, though do note there's no escalator or elevator. Now from here, they get to the lower garden, about a 3-minute walk down this little path, maybe 2 minutes, depends how fast you walk. If you want to skip this little boring part, I got a timestamp in here to get you straight to the lower garden. But while we walk down this way, I'll tell you a little bit more about what to see and do in Balboa Park when you come here. So probably the number one thing to do in Balboa Park is to visit the San Diego Zoo. Yes, just about a half mile from here, the world famous San Diego Zoo, one of the most famous zoos in the world. At the time I'm recording this, they don't have any pandas, but they are expected to get pandas once again. Now the zoo actually has like two different locations. There's the zoo here in Balboa Park, and there is the what they used to call the Wild Animal Park. Now they call the Safari Park. That one is in Escondido, about 30 miles to the north, but that's where the animals go outside and can free roam, so decide which zoo you want to go to. The other stuff in Balboa Park is a lot of art museums. San Diego Comic-Con, San Diego's biggest convention, thing that puts San Diego on the map, has a museum here. We're kind of like a pop art museum. See exhibitions about Spider-Man or Star Wars. Other museums that are popular include the Automobile Museum. There's a Air and Space Museum. There is a science museum popular for the kiddos with a planetarium. There's also a natural history museum that has like lots of dinosaurs and more. Probably one of my favorites, there's a model railroad museum that has tons of like little miniature trains. That one is pretty cool. All right, so now as we see the Japanese lantern here, well, I guess this looks a bit like a lantern, but kind of the pagoda structure. There's two ways to get down to the garden. We can hang to the right, or we can keep going. We're gonna keep going because I'm gonna use the right to get back up again. You can start to see, we see the cherry blossom trees, and up here, where you see these people are standing in the unpaid part of Balboa Park, so you can just stand up there and look down into the garden. There is also a like quick serve restaurant and Japanese tea house up there, so if you need a quick bite to eat, you can get something to eat up there, or something to drink to quench your thirst if there's no food trucks inside. Also, a restaurant up here that's pretty popular is called The Prado. That's probably the best restaurant in Balboa Park. All right, so now that we're here in the lower garden, you can see they've built some streams in here, some cool place to sit. These trees still not in bloom yet. We've got some yellow blooms up this way, and you can hear the rushing water in the background. It feels very, very zen, very calm, even though today definitely a busy day with the cherry blossoms. That's what brings the most people here. If you come on a winter day or a weekday that's not cherry blossom season, you tend to have this whole place to yourself, and it feels very, very peaceful. There's sculpture that actually comes from Japan down that way, hundreds of years old. But the cherry blossoms, the star of the show right now, are over here. And kind of the nice part about like all these different tiers is you can get a lot of shots with like more cherry blossoms down in the bottom. You know, people are bringing their parasols today to take photos. You can definitely see lots of people have their cameras out. I've seen some, you know, whether they're like wedding style photos or quinceanera style photos, lots of girls in very big dresses. This Japanese Friendship Garden is still not completely done or finished construction. Up here, they're building Azumaya, a traditional arbor. So that'll be under construction until 2024, providing some interesting perspectives here of this waterfall. And they're also planning to build a tea house down over yonder, which is also not yet open. What is here, there's another little building just down this way, so we're gonna go ahead and take the stairs to get down there. But as you can see this way, this is the like canyon with all of the cherry blossom trees in it. So photo central for big kids and little kids alike. Numerous bridges across that stream that we checked out. We'll go ahead and get to that building down there over this little bridge as we sneak through their picture before they start to take it. Over here, we take a look at this building. You can see it's got nice views of the koi pond down below, but let's go ahead and go this way so we can see a bit more of these cherry trees. As far as cherry trees go, these are pretty young, so they don't get maybe as big and blooming as you see in other places. And these are pink, where maybe the ones you see in Washington, D.C. are white. There are lots of different types of cherry trees. So these are where you're gonna get the pink ones in your pictures. All right, whipping back around this way to bring us to the final part of the lower garden. We'll take a closer look at that Japanese style building down here. There is no smoking or vaping in this garden, but you know, why would you want to destroy the fresh air? So this is another like multi-purpose exhibition building where they'll have like special events. Today they have what kind of art exhibition we got going on? Just things about Japan. Today we got an exhibition about kawaii culture. We've got Kit Kats, all the different flavors of Kit Kats that are in Japan. Things about traditional food, schoolgirl, schoolboy outfits. So, and it really does feel like a Japanese building down here. All right, this is where everybody is looking out at the koi fish. So here, let's go ahead and take a look at some of those big goldfish down there. You can see they are really quite large. And if it's a hot day, this is a pretty good spot to get out of the sun, get down in the shade. The garden continues over back that way. That'll take you up to that path with the building that is still under construction. And then the final part that we get to back here for the Cherry Blossom Festival. They've got some Japanese street food back here and the Japanese Friendship Garden gift shop. What are they cooking up today? Today they've got gyoza, shumai, takoyaki, rice bowls. And they got places to sit and enjoy your food out here. And then inside the gift shop, we have books about koi fish. We've got Japanese playing cards. We've got postcards. We've got food keychains, and you can even got some kelpis, a very popular Japanese drink right there. Well, fellow explorers, if you find yourself coming to San Diego and you want to know more about this city, you can check out my whole guide about San Diego right here. And if you want to check out the San Diego Zoo, which you should while you're here in Balboa Park, watch my video all about the San Diego Zoo right here. As usual, I won't say goodbye because I'll see you in one of those videos.